South Carolina Congressman James Clyburn joins me now. This is a very sad day for the country, for the community, clearly. What about South Carolina and what this says about police use of force in that community and elsewhere?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Andrea. And let me begin by extending my condolences to the Scott family. I really appreciate also that Mayor Summey has gone to visit with them, and I really appreciate the way he's handling this. Now, having said that, I am not surprised at the shooting. I'm really saddened by it, and I'm not surprised at Chief Summey's reaction to it. And I want to thank Chief Driggers of the police department. He said that he views his department as a family, and many of his police officers as children. But I want to say to Mr. Driggers, there comes a time in dealing with our children when we have to have some tough love. And I think that this calls for some tough love in this instance. And I'm sure he is going to respond that way. I know both these gentlemen, and I hope that they won't disappoint me in dealing with this issue.
You know, there was a tweet from Lindsey Graham, who tweeted, South Carolina, obviously a senator from South Carolina. He tweeted, "Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Walter Scott. The horrific video is very difficult to watch, deeply troubling on many fronts." So you've got a white Republican senator joining you in expressing these thoughts. This is receiving universal condemnation. And really the differentiator here is the video, is the fact that African Americans and other people have been claiming that police have been using deadly force with impunity in many communities for decades. And now we have cell phone video. Is that the big difference?
That is a big difference. I've said in many instances, I've advised young people, keep your cell phones tuned up, keep the battery charged, and don't hesitate to turn them on when you see things happening that's unbecoming or you think may cross the line. Because I think that we are going to have to do more of this, because I think that's what it's going to take for police officers to really think twice before pulling their weapons. To see a young man running away. They had his car. He's running away from his car. They didn't have any problems identifying him. Why pull out your service revolver and start shooting? I mean, 8 times. And the man is running away from you throughout the entire ordeal. What is that about? And I think that a climate has been created in the country, and I've been saying this for some time now, and I get nasty little letters telling me about playing the race card. Well, I'm not playing the race card. I think that what is happening in too many of these instances, that these perpetrators are playing the race card. We're just responding to what they're doing. So this whole issue of that police misconduct is an issue that all of us know is here and must be dealt with, and we ought to stop making excuses. We ought to stop holding people, start holding people accountable for them, because that's all that's going to be required for us to make this thing right.
Is there a law in South Carolina, Congressman, which doesn't permit police or doesn't encourage police to have video cams?
No, I think if all the information I've gotten is correct, North Charleston Police Department just received somewhere around $400,000 to equip their officers with cameras. And if that is correct, I hope they will do it. There is no law against it. In fact, there have been laws proposed to do it universally. And so if they got the federal grant to do it, I hope they will do it, though I still am not comfortable with just dealing with police cameras. We got to deal with police training, and we got to deal with sensitivity. Just having the cameras there to help verify what you're doing, I don't think that gets at the issue at all. The issue is whether or not you're going to treat everybody out there with the same dignity and respect that you treat people who may be your next-door neighbors, because we learn in the book of Luke, 10th chapter, that your neighbor is the one who shows compassion. And so we need to be neighborly, show compassion, and stop being so trigger-happy when we find ourselves in these kinds of situations.
Congressman Jim Clyburn, thank you very much for joining us on a really difficult day. Appreciate it, sir.
Well, thank you so much for having me.